Oh, whoops. Hello and welcome to the bracket stage of the Allies release tournament. And sorry about the ding, forgot to turn off my speakers. I am playing against jakkdl. And the format for this is first of 3.5 wins advances to the next round. This is the round of 16, I believe. Yeah, because there's 16 groups and there was one player that advanced from each one. Played jakkdl before in League. So, let's see. Contract on the Allies card. Spend a favor to sift through the top 3 cards of your deck. So what we're actually doing here is hurting with Ghost Ship, I guess. Cool. There is, I guess contract does do some mitigation with that. So getting like one contract could make sense. Especially since, oh my god. There's no trashing, is what I was gonna say. Oh boy. Okay. Let me think about this. So odds are that we won't get hit by the Ghost Ship this turn. We could, like, it could happen, but they had 2 cards top decked. So they have a 3 in 9 chance to see the Ghost Ship. If we are going to have to top deck cards, I think we want to do the Forest Dwellers now. And we're just going to take a silver. Yeah, okay. Well, this will be another silver, and then we're going to get Ghost Shipped, and we're not going to be able to hit 5, and that's going to be great. Oh my god, we didn't get Ghost Shipped. Oh, okay. They bottom decked. Fantastic. Seems... I think he probably won a Blessed Village. Yeah. I think I'm going to go ahead and take, or top deck 2 estates to take a Blessed Village. Sure. And I'll take another one. Kind of looked out to hit 4 and 4 there. I guess I could have hit 5 again if I had done it the other way, but this is fine anyway. Almost want to get Ghost Shipped here, yeah, so that we don't miss the shuffle with our Ghost Ship. We're gonna, because of the plus buy, or a Forest Gift, we're gonna be able to get another Blessed Village here, which isn't, it's not amazing to only have 1 Ghost Ship and 3 Blessed Villages, but what are you gonna do? We'll hit 5 again eventually. I mean, even despite the, okay, we might as well top deck, maybe we top deck a Wisp. Because that will do a little bit of Ghost Ship countering. Yeah, despite the bottom decking their Ghost Ship, I think jakkdl is definitely in the stronger position by virtue of having gotten to open with it. Alright, there's no sense in keeping this Blessed Village in hand. The question is, do we want to buy something this turn at all? We could buy a Night Watchman. We could buy another silver. Night Watchman is definitely not crazy. The estate ends up missing the shuffle. The 3 coppers end up missing the shuffle. Whatever we discard out of here ends up missing the shuffle. The Blessed Village misses the shuffle, but that's fine. I think I will do that. I think we'll keep the silver. Wait, how did... Oh, because we top deck 2 cards. Ah, dang it. Yeah, I miscalculated that. Oh, well. Alright, we'll just take another Blessed Village here. What an unpleasant game. There was trashing, wouldn't be so bad, but there is not. And even get the discard attack counting house synergy. Not that that would actually be that good anyway, but if it was militia or something, but can't even use that. Well, alright. I mean, if we get ghost shipped again, I guess we can... Yeah. Just take the gold, I think. Is that better than a Blessed Village? Maybe it's not, but maybe it is. Yeah, it's gotta be, we just keep top decking these, and it's like we're not gonna draw through the coppers anyway. We'd found a ghost ship near the top of the shuffle, you know, and we'd been able to attack our opponent and draw some cards. That would have been a lot better, but as it is, we're basically like not getting anything done this shuffle, and anything much done this shuffle, whereas our opponent is, and it's pretty annoying. Contract makes some sense. I'm not sure that they should have bought that over another ghost ship, but now we're gonna end up triggering a shuffle, which is great. We are gonna see 2 ghost ships, so I guess it won't be that bad, maybe, but I guess we have the option to stop here. We're gonna get 4 cards deep out of, so we have 7 coppers, 2 silvers, a gold, a Night Watchman. If we find the Night Watchman, but no, I can't justify continuing on here. This really sucks. Guess we would have found the Night Watchman. Oh well. No, that's not necessarily the case. It is definitely going to require a miracle for me to come back in this one. You're going to just need a shuffle where the opponent's Blessed Villages all clumped together with other ghost ships or something. I don't know. Oh, I wasn't thinking about that. That's actually pretty nice, that aspect of contract. Okay, that's the most work the Night Watchman's done so far. I guess this is just going to be another ghost ship. It's conceivable to me that vineyards are actually way to go here. Get 10-ish actions from Ghost Ship and Blessed Village. Maybe not. Shit, we're gonna not trigger a shuffle again here. We do have a Blessed Ship and a Ghost Village in our. This is so painful. I'd like to be able to buy that last Blessed Village. I don't think we've seen Flame's Gift. Might have been foolish, but okay. Could trash a copper. It's not as exciting as trashing. Am I wrong? Or, yeah, I don't think they've skipped Flame's Gift. So we could trash a copper guaranteed. Or we could buy another ghost ship. I think I'm going to trash the copper. Would have preferred. Really? I guess they did. I guess they did decline to trash? Don't remember that happening, but it must have. Oh, wait. There's 12 boons. I'm an idiot. I was looking at the Blessed Village pile, and I was like, oh, there's one left, there's one boon left, but no, there's 12 boons. Durr. Forgot about the boon. I should be able to answer this by top 6 of copper and an estate. Yeah, I'm not sure if that silver boon was good for me or not. What? I mean, that Huh. All right, whatever. I kind of don't think. I don't know. I feel like this is on them for should be on them for not thinking about it, and they shouldn't have asked for the undo. But whatever. I don't agree with. Hmm. What am I gonna buy this turn? Maybe I top deck Wisp Gold? And buy nothing? Anyway, I don't think they should have. I don't know. If when I was doing the top deck, or when I was doing the attack, they weren't thinking about the top decking order, and then like I finish my turn and I get a boon, which is information, and then like they're like, oh, I want to. I don't know which order I put the cards in. Like I kind of feel like at that point, that's like you've made a mistake and you just gotta accept that. But maybe just if you don't know, go ahead and use Forest Dwellers so that you can get what you want. I'm unclear enough about what exactly they did or when they did it that I didn't necessarily want to deny it, but I think they probably shouldn't have asked. Yeah, I'm not going to get that last ghost ship. That's what I would have liked to do, of course. It's not very successful. Night Watchman. I'm going to take the last ghost ship. All right. I guess I should probably take a contract, if only to get Forest Dwellers. I might take a storeroom too, just because of Fairgrounds. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I guess we don't really need that because if we get province or duchy, we would also get to 10, and we're not going to get to 15. So, on the other hand, storeroom's not a terrible card for the deck. don't know why they want a second storeroom. What would be involved in getting to 15? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And then Cursor Potioner Counting House? Vineyard. It'd be pretty tough. Not totally inconceivable, something to pay attention to, but pretty unlikely to come up. You gonna buy a province now? I can't really imagine I have the ability to win on a sneaky pile out just because I don't have anywhere near enough gains. So I'm trying to figure out right now when I should resign, basically. Like I could resign now. But we haven't transitioned into the greening phase. I don't know how that's going to affect things. Maybe it's not. They seem determined not to do that. So do I want a silver? Do I want... Silver is probably fine. Another Night Watchman, I guess. Really want to. I could... Potion seems pretty bad. Guess I'll take a silver. I wonder if I am meant to spend Forest Dwellers to discard 2 coppers. Probably. I'd feel better about it if I had another favor. I guess there's not much worse top decks. Like there's Copper Estate and there's Double Estate. Double Estate isn't very likely. Just pile the contracts. Discard all 3 of those. What? The Wisp didn't draw? The odds of that. Should I go ahead and take a Fairgrounds? And do I play this Night Watchman? Oh, the contract misses. I'm gonna take the Fairgrounds. 3 Blessed Villages, a Ghost Ship, a contract. Can't play this Night Watchman. silver. Oh no. Well, crap. All right, I think what we could do is just contract the Wisp for next turn. That seems reasonable. Like, if we... Okay. If we don't do that, we top deck 2 cards, we draw them, and then we have the Wisp to try to have a turn. Which seems unlikely. So I think, yeah, we top deck the Blessed Villages, and then we contract the Wisp. And now the question is going to be, do we buy a Lurker? So, what's the situation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's it? 10? Am I missing something? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Lurker gets us to 11, Duchy Province gets us to 12, 13, Animal Fair gets us to 14. It's pretty tough. Maybe I buy an estate. I don't know. There's 5 contracts left. We... I think I buy nothing. It's not clear, though. Now we have a favor, so then the question is going to be, do we want to... We're going to have the option to play the Wisp before we do Forest Dwellers. I think that might actually make sense. We haven't seen... Well, I guess we've seen an estate. Haven't seen our other 2 estates or our fairgrounds. And if we draw coppers and then discard coppers, like whatever, it's a wash anyway. There's a province. Well, okay. Alright, we're gonna discard 3 cards and then probably end up... Oh, okay. I need to discard for coins. Province. Not that we're gonna do that again anytime soon, but hey. Question is going to be, if we hit 5 again, do we take duchy or do we take contract? We see our... I don't think we saw our farm, our fairground, so I don't think we are going to hit 5. Province Fairgrounds? Maybe Province Gold or something. Oh. Alright, well... Well. I think having the contract in our deck to get the extra favors is still potentially relevant. Alright, now this shuffle, I think I might go ahead and buy a lurker. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Lurker would make 12. Animal Fair would make 13. Duchy would make 14. It's going to be that 15th card. I guess Curse, but that isn't doing much if we don't get other fairgrounds. Still, though, if the alternative is state, I guess it's only a 1-point difference anyway. Great. They're going to hit province this turn, and then I think I am going to resign. It's just not... I don't want to skip this gold. I guess I just don't... Oh, I turn the Blessed Village into an Animal Fair. That's what I do. But if they hit province, I'm just going to resign. There's no coming back from that. Probably there's no coming back even if they don't, but... And probably I could have resigned a while ago. But I do believe in general in like actually seeing my opponent, you know, execute their plan as opposed to just assuming that they know how they're going to close the game out. Oh, well, if they're playing storeroom, they should be guaranteed province. All right. Well, I don't really regret anything about that game. Nothing I could really do. Second player into Ghost Ship. ghost ship open. Yeah, it's pretty disgusting. All right, so we've got Peaceful Cult, and this time we have a 5/2. We're not buying anything on the 2, so we can skip that. So we can get some imps off of Tormentor. I think that's probably the best way to leverage this 5. What are we ultimately doing with our deck here? I mean, there's Walled Village and Bandit Camp. So, like, maybe mostly the payload is spoils. Probably want to do some minion attacking, but it's going to be a little tricky if we try to draw with Ranger and Imp. So then maybe not? I don't know. The Peaceful Cult is the only trashing, and we don't have like a proper liaison. So it is worth noting that the curses from Sorceress can stick. Acolyte can trash, but it can't trash curses. So that's going to be annoying. I don't think it's worth not trashing estates with Peaceful Cult on account of that. I mean, because like in theory, you could get to Acolyte and then you could use that to trash your estates, but yeah, I don't really want to use the favors to trash copper, I don't think. I think I will pick up a minion here. But you can trash multiple cards with Peaceful Cult. I thought it was one at a time. Okay. Noted. Trash our other 2 estates this turn. I'm still thinking that maybe I don't ever trash copper with it though because of Sorceress. Maybe that's incorrect, but that's where I'm leaning right now. I think I'm going to take an importer here. I think that what throws me off about Peaceful Cult is that it, like, there's a lot of other trashing, like, Asana is the one that jumps to mind, where it's like one at a time. And so I'm like, oh, I click one card. Monastery, same deal. But this one you actually have to click all of the cards at once, and I just, yeah. You gonna rotate? Oh. All right. I guess we take this for coins. And we do need a village. It's not actually entirely clear to me that we prefer Bandit Camp to Walled Village. I guess we're going to want one of both. But I think we start with Walled Village. Come on! Really? Well, I mean, we know we're going to be able to afford whichever of them we want. So there's no world in which we can't do that. We could discard here. What would be the advantage to that? If we don't find the Tormentor and we top deck it, then maybe we get an Imp the following turn. Is that worth it? Oh, I don't know. But if we discard and we don't see it, then we can't hit 5. Yeah. I don't think it matters. Alright, I'm gonna take a Bandit Camp and then I guess if we hit 4 here, we're gonna want Ranger. Hit 5. Do we still want Ranger? Maybe. I think so. I guess if jakkdl never rotates Acolyte, then we never are dealing with Sorceress, but I don't want to. I don't think I want to trash coppers on the assumption that that'll never happen. Alright, well that makes the minion attack a lot less exciting, doesn't it? On the other hand, if we could play our Ranger... We could play our Ranger, that would certainly be good. No such luck. Alright, I'm gonna take it. I think I'm gonna take another minion then to increase the odds that I get to have a decent turn here. Alright. We could just flip the token. Take a second Ranger, minion for discard. We're not realistically going to be able to get back around. I think we take one minion and one Ranger. Or maybe we take another Walled Village. We have 7 coins. So we could take another Importer, I suppose. We could go like Ranger, Walled Village, Importer, or something like that. Or Or minion, ranger, importer. That's too many terminals, I think. This is you may trash. Like in theory, we could take an acolyte and then keep trashing it until we can get to sorceress, knowing that our opponent can't trash the curses. Doesn't seem like the most important thing to do, though. So I'll play the imp. Well, that's not really that effective of a locust, is it? Ooh. We do have another village down here. Oh, but I guess I only end up top decking 2 coppers. Still not ideal. Be able to get the importer into play. Do it. 3 coppers. I was wrong. I had a spoils. Damn it. Although the spoils does mean I can buy more stuff. But yeah, we might. This is our turn. Not play this ranger and just take a village. And there's all the walled villages. Let's go ahead and discard here, I think. What is all this stuff? 3 coppers, another importer. There's probably more minions. 1 more minion. We have 9 coins. Yeah, I'm gonna cycle. Didn't get to the importer. Yep. Wondering about taking that acolyte, but I'm not going to do it now. I'm taking the I guess this curse thing was overly cautious, but the fact that jakkdl has control of that pile and I don't. I think I'm still ahead despite that. Despite not trashing the 2 coppers. The importers have been doing work, even though I drew the 1 dead the 1 time. Probably do need to take another bandit camp. I think I'm going to take another minion with importer that I have in play, but I think I will buy a bandit camp. Your journey token is in the wrong location. It's a bold move. I think I would rather play importer than tormentor. I actually did not realize I was going to be able to imp the ranger. Whoops. Okay. I think we're just gonna stop here. We should have more minions down here. Do we want to take that acolyte now? Take the bandit camp. Could take a 3rd ranger. Probably that makes more sense than taking an acolyte. We do need to be careful with it, but I don't think that'll be a problem. Envy does not affect me. Not at all. Yeah, I want another minion. Oh, I'll take that. We discard here. I'll already afford double 5 if we want. Files are getting pretty low. I'm gonna discard. Definitely not playing that ranger. So we could take ranger, minion, minion, and really lower piles, but probably what we should do is take a province and a minion. I should have probably trashed a copper there. Now that I think about it, like we're at the point where I'll do that this turn, I guess, if I don't need the copper to afford anything. I mean, I think one importer in play. I might be able to just win this turn if I play my other ranger, gain a minion, and then buy minion triple ranger. That seems conceivable, at least. Oh, gained an acolyte. Okay. This is, yeah, not gonna do anything. We just coins, discard, or do we? I don't really want to stop here, I guess. It's unfortunate about the spoils. I would like to play them, but oh, maybe no, I do have enough buys, but I'm probably not going to have the money. I mean, I can discard and see what happens. Oh, I didn't find the other ranger. Okay, so I could discard. I think I would rather just not. Okay, this time we will go ahead and trash 1 copper and go minion province. Did we not? Oh no, we do have a, yeah, we have an importer in play. Okay, so we're in great shape. We can gain a ranger and easily pile. And I don't think our opponent has any real ability to gain anything like 2 provinces and 3 rangers. We have 2 imps. Amazing. Oh, they need more than that, actually, because of miserable. Well, that's interesting. We discard the rangers? We only need to see 1 ranger, and I think maybe we discard 1 ranger and 1 walled village? 1 ranger and 1 minion? Maybe that's the way to go. I mean, we'll have more minions coming, right? I think we might have 10 minions. I'm not totally sure about that, but... a little late on the sorceress, I think. Okay, so you can double province, but I still have a points lead. So all I need to do is find find 8 coins. Too late. Well, I completely messed up my opening with the peaceful cult thing, but I wasn't punished for it, which is nice. It's nice to be punished. Alright, so now we're up to 4 allies cards, and we are guaranteed to see a 5th game because it's first to 3.5. Nobody can get there within the first 4 games since we split the first 2. Spend a favor to play an action card from your hand in the buy phase. What's the liaison contract? So contract is kind of like a double village here. There is no trashing. That's unfortunate. The draw is Advisor and Highwayman and Livery. Livery, how many gains do we have? I mean, obviously Border Village gives you extra gains. But other than that, it's Improve? Takes, okay. So not a lot of gains. Mission turn's not looking super exciting. We want to open with Improve. We want a silver. Is it worth jamming advisors into our deck despite the lack of trashing? These are things about which I am unclear. Like, we can still get a lot of horses off liveries if we just have a lot of liveries. But once the border villages are gone, I mean, that will take a while, admittedly, but once the border villages are gone, you're only gaining 1 horse per livery, so you're not really, like, netting draw. Improve. Opening like Improve Courier is risky. It's not as risky as some other things would be, but I do think I'm going to want an Improve in my deck. Improving into Border Village is going to be really nice. Maybe Improve is just better than Courier anyway. So I think I'm going to take an Improve. Then the question is, do I want the Courier? Do I want Advisor? We could improve Advisor if we line them up. Advisor's like really quite poor early. But maybe it's good enough. Courier is just like a little more dicey than is worth it. We could take the silver. I would really rather not take a silver if I can help it. So I think I'm gonna take Advisor. I guess there is market towns to decollide. Okay, you know what? No, let's take the Courier, because that actually means if we collide, then we're like in great shape. Perfect. All right. I think we want a Skirmisher. And then a livery. I guess. I guess I'll take another Courier here. You definitely get some mad terminal collision coming up here, but we do have the market towns to help. The Courier might not. The Courier might help, or it might hurt. Hard to say. I mean, at worst, we can play 2 out of 3 terminals, I guess. Right? Improve livery and Courier. Okay, so long as we draw not an estate, and we did. Alright, I guess I'm going to take another courier then. Actually, I'm not sure if the improve is going to trigger off the livery or not, it occurs to me. That's interesting. So we're definitely going to play both of these, and we're going to buy a border village, and we're going to improve livery into border village. And I'm not sure if I'm going to get horses off the improve. Because, like, it doesn't say this turn. I guess you should get the horses. Not totally confident about that, though. All right. So we do want another livery. We can go ahead and get that now. We can trash the livery to gain that. And then do we want another livery? Or do we want... We could take a contract to try to get some more village effect. I think I will do that. Okay, improve here isn't going to do anything if I don't find something to pair it with, so I think I'm going to play the courier and hope that I discard something useful. And if I don't, so long as I don't discard an estate, I'll at least be able to buy an advisor or something, but maybe I was meant to buy an advisor instead of the second courier. I think I sort of zoned out on that option that turn. Certainly this hand would look a little better if I had advisor improve rather than courier improve. All right, that'll work. Let's see. I could take a peddler, improve into another livery. Take... We could take a highwayman. I'm trying to line up, like, to get that with the skirmisher, if that wasn't obvious. Could just take 2 liveries, I guess. That might even be better. This is interesting. Maybe we start with skirmisher and then we have 6. We don't really need to play this border village right now, so we could contract the border village. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Go border village highwayman. Maybe I didn't need to contract the border village, though. I do have another one down here. Horses and things. Alright, what do we want to courier? That's a pretty complicated question. Pretty complicated. It could definitely be livery, although we have 3 of them. Let's see, highwayman. I think that's what I'm gonna grab. Highwayman. Is there any reason that we would stop here? Save the horse? Probably not, because if we can find another livery, no, we couldn't. But we also drew bad cards, so there's that. Okay. We're gonna upgrade livery into border village again. Gonna take another border village. Obviously. Think I'm just gonna keep taking liveries because they seem pretty good. And like if we take deliveries ourselves, then our opponent can't have them. Be nice to draw the contract here so that we can get a... We're probably going to need to spend our favor this turn. Oh, do we have... Oh, we have Highwayman in play. Amazing. These turns are like bleeding together for me, I guess. Mission. I don't want you to improve anymore? Do you have another one? I guess you have another one. Improving 4s into duchies could still be very relevant. And I guess is another way to get horses too. I don't really know what your goal is with mission other than maybe to get Highwayman into play. Which certainly has some value. Alright, so we want to go probably Border Village Highwayman again. At some point we are going to buy green, but we probably could be doing it already. Oh, well, you can just play your livery. I guess Advisor Courier is pretty good. So at what point do we transition to that? I guess when all the border villages are gone, which is probably going to be this turn. So I think we start greening this turn. Probably. We don't have anything in play, which means we're not actually hitting province this turn. We don't play the border village. I was thinking about contracting it, but... Okay, well, then we can't buy a border village, so there's no point in not playing it. Or, well, no, there is a point, but they're, like, can't buy what we would like to play. And contracting the actions doesn't make sense either. I don't think I want to improve anything. I want to keep the improve in my deck. Pretty unfortunate situation there. I think we... Even though we... Well, we might want to play a terminal with the courier, yeah. So we'd play Border Village first. I'm not sure... Let's see. We have 4 coins. Like, because we could just play a livery. We could play the horse first to see whether we draw more coins. I think that's reasonable. Okay. I mean, we have the coins that we need. It'd be cool to contract the horse, but that doesn't really work. So I think I'm just going to go with livery, highwayman, my province, get a couple of horses. And now I think we're in the driver's seat. I mean, granted, improve. Well, we each only have 1 improve in our decks. I don't think jakkdl should have trashed theirs. I think having a second improve was actually pretty good. Be able to get more duchies. I think we've got a stronger deck and we're ahead on province tempo as second player, so I think we're in good shape. I think if you have a 4 here, as jakkdl, you probably go ahead and take the duchy. So courier into duchy, or advisor. I do only have like 2 couriers, no advisors, but they are in a similar boat. They have 1 courier and no advisors, so I guess should probably come out to the same thing anyway. We're going to contract anything. We want it to be a horse. We'd really like to find a 4 cost to pair with our improve. That is not happening. There we go. Alright, let's get that highwayman into play, I guess. Or something. Probably the highwayman. 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we definitely have enough money. Playing on with the horse doesn't seem good. Contract the horse. Buy a province. Improve the courier into a duchy. And now if we find the other courier, we can play the improve with the courier to get another duchy. We'll want to do that. We're going to draw like 8 cards off the top of our deck, so we're going to have to do it aggressively. Yeah, I was maybe undervaluing that aspect of things. Uh-oh. Oh no. It's the last card in the deck. Wait, do we not have another courier? That would be bad. That would be bad. I thought I had another courier, but maybe I don't. Oh. Okay, so what we need to do... What do we need to do? We can just buy province and hope that jakkdl doesn't find improve and courier. Or what? Only there was a way on this board and I could improve like horse into... Like we could... I mean, if we buy duchy this turn, and they buy province and gain duchy, and we buy duchy, we can tie. Crap. I guess I only ever got 2 couriers and trashed one. I could have sworn I got a 3rd courier, but last turn I looked at all my stuff. Well, there wasn't much to it really. Yeah, we can play for the tie, which his second player isn't bad. We can get a whole bunch of horses. So like we know we're going to be able to get to province next turn. They can't do any better than province duchy if they just take duchy. So what happens if they just take duchy and they play for the win? We take duchy, they take duchy. We take duchy, they take duchy. We take duchy, they take duchy. It doesn't... There's some turn in which they can take 2 duchies. But we can still take the last duchy when that after that happens. So it doesn't... I don't think it matters. Alright. It's really unfortunate. But... yeah, they'd be able to play their improve here, presumably. Presumably? Maybe not. If they They don't have an advisor anymore. If they don't play the improved this turn, and then we know if they've played the courier. Well, if they play like a horse or something and they draw into, like, if they cycle, it doesn't really matter, but wait, how did they get more cards onto their deck? That doesn't make any sense. Okay, they're gonna get the thing. Right. Okay, so now there's 5 couriers in the trash, there's 1 advisor. That's it. So we're just playing out the string here. Don't anticipate any problems in taking the tie. It is disappointing. I should have... I should have found a way to get another 4 cost into my deck at some point. I didn't really think through the implications of the end game, and I think if I had, I probably would have been able to win, just because, like, I think my deck was overall better. I take like 1, advisor or courier or something over a livery or something like that. The second highwayman, whatever. Jakkdl gonna just go for the province and offer the tie, or not. Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's a fine. All right, we are already there. I guess we can play more horses to see whether there's anything that we can magically improve into duchy, but I don't anticipate it's actually going to be a thing. We'll improve the improve into a courier. Why not? Okay, well, we did kind of break serve, so that's something. Not as well as I would have liked, but that is the sort of board where you there's probably like a high probability of a tie going in. So like from the outset, it's not like a disappointing result. It's only disappointing because I thought I had an advantage, and because I was wrong about how many couriers I had in my deck. Okay, so right, we have that. Carpenter, old map, underling. Those seem like good cards to get. Be nice to hit 5 for sure. I guess the only trashing is bishop. That's always awkward. Like, we could open 4 skip, but I don't think that's better than taking an old map or an underling. So I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna start with old map, and then carpenter, and then we'll take the underling later. I mean, I guess carpenter will eventually turn into trashing of a sort, but for now. Do we want to rotate? No. I don't... Okay, is Voyage any good here? I should have spent more time thinking about that. Is Voyage any good here? Not obviously. It's not like obviously terrible, maybe, but all right. I think we're gonna take a town and an underling. Silver, of course, being for chumps. So we could guide this. I don't think I want to. I think I'm just gonna take another town. Want to take another underling? I guess I'll take another underling. That'll be plenty of sifting, I think. All right, I'm gonna chuck this. Da 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 da. No. All right, swap or barge? I'm gonna say... I think it's swap. I'm gonna guide this too. This is all right, but this isn't great. Although we can take a barge. Yeah, let's take a barge. This is a fine hand. Not amazing, but it's fine. We can do some shenanigans with Carpenter where we like empty a pile to be able to trash the state and then unempty it to be able to gain non-terminally sort of thing with swap. It would be nice to trigger the shuffle without this estate in it, but don't think to do that. Could swap the underling. Probably makes sense into a barge. I think we take town and another swap. Stick with this hand? I think so. I think so. One has no swaps. Foolishness. Draw on or take another barge. I mean, there's zero chance that we can't hit barge if we draw on. So I guess we draw on. Just kidding. I did not consider that possibility. All right, but it's okay. We can go double underling, and then we can turn the underlings into barges or whatever. I guess we could take an innkeeper too, but I'm not super excited about innkeeper here. This is a little annoying. That not seeing a town. We do have another swap down here, so like in theory we could swap the barge out for something and then swap back into barge later. Maybe we do take innkeeper. Or we could cycle. I'm not thrilled about having to cycle here with the barge and the swap in hand. But I mean, we might draw a town with the swap or something. I think I will keep this hand in play. Oh, interesting, bishop. Okay. Well, if they're going to go for bishop, I'm probably going to want to do the same. Yeah, if we swap into innkeeper, if we don't find a town, I think that works out. I think warehouse is good. And how many towns do we play last turn? Like, not that many. Yeah, so this should be fine. Yeah. I would rather discard an estate. Guess I'll do this. Okay, swap that. Dang it. I want to find a barge and I want to find a carpenter. I guess I'll try to find one of the two. Ugh. All right. Do we want to take a bishop? I'm going to take another innkeeper and swap into bishop. Probably makes more sense. Third swap. Or just go ahead and grab a barge. I'm going to take another barge. I am a little bit worried about jakkdl deciding to just pile them out. Two barges, no towns, damn it. Maybe we just go for the big innkeeper here. I mean, we could guide, but then we have two barges in our discard pile, which is really obnoxious. I have to say that town is like one of those cards that feels worse than it is, because when you are like, oh, I don't know whether to play this, you know, to draw on, like, I don't know if I need the actions, I don't know if I'm going to draw an action or whatever. Like, having the option is better than not, but the fact that you have the option means that it like feels bad when you have to make that choice. In an environment of low information. I mean, mostly they're villages on this board because there's not that much village effect, but jakkdl trashes copper. Does that change my outlook on the desert guide situation? It probably does. I trash a copper and then I bitch. I think. I do wonder whether either of us were meant to play with Voyage here. It doesn't work well with the duration draw from Barge, but we haven't been using the duration draw from Barge, so... like, Voyage turns would be a good turn to use a bishop on, I suppose. jakkdl does not have the option to swap something. Well, it'd have to be town anyway. And when they've played all their towns, they actually have 6. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize that to get 6. We should have tried to do something about that. Silver. They're gonna green? Maybe they are. Oh, they're just gonna empty the barges. Okay, well. Ugh. Okay, that's fine. Is it fine? Maybe it's not fine, but... Alright, I think we're more likely going to want to swap the innkeeper than the underling. So I'm going to play the underling. So now we're at the point. I mean, I guess we can swap into Guildmaster for some payload, and there's also Bishop to consider. We've seen our estate, so are we realistically gonna ever play any of these towns for coins? I don't think so. Okay. I'd really like to play this barge for next turn. Really like to do that. Swap. We can't play all three of Carpenter, Barge, and Bishop, though. Maybe we don't play the Carpenter. Maybe we swap the Carpenter. We can always get it back later. Okay. And swap. I mean, we could swap Innkeeper for Underling just to get an extra token. Go ahead and trash this as a state. We do actually have enough for province, do we not? Or no, we discarded a copper, so we don't. Right. I think I am gonna turn this into an underling. Well, no, I shouldn't do that. I could take a windfall, though. That's interesting. You know what? Let's do that. That looks good. I totally not registered that that was here, but that will actually be pretty good. All right, well, we'll keep this hand anyway. And now we can do more sifting with the Innkeeper, and it'll be like good. Because we don't need the coppers to hit price points. It may actually be a good idea to consider Voyage now. I don't know. Don't know. I feel like swap did not help with my tempo as much as I would have liked. Like jakkdl managed to get 6 barges and 6 towns. Maybe that's overkill, but But maybe it's not. Like, maybe it's just good. And I'm not quite sure why I was struggling to do likewise. I will definitely go ahead and trash copper here, even though I'm not going to pitch. Is jakkdl going to take windfall? They probably should. I think they could use the payload. So they're deciding between copper and estate. Don't think it's a very interesting decision. I think you just take. Let's trash the estate, yeah. Alright. I don't think we're going to swap the underling. Go ahead and play the old map. Right, so voyage. Just seems too hard to like make it work. I don't know. Alright, so we've got a gold and another. Or no, we've got an innkeeper and a copper. We actually have some extra terminal space this turn for reasons that aren't totally clear to me. I guess we only have to play 3 barges a turn now. I'm wondering if we actually take another bishop. We could play barge, bishop, bishop. Definitely going to trash 1 copper. The question is, do we trash copper twice? Or do we trash a gold? So we're going to have 9, 10, 11, 14 coins or 12 coins. Like, if we trash copper, we can take like province windfall. I don't know that that's actually a good idea though. Windfalling 1 more time seems like it could be good, but I mean, I'm barely drawing my deck. I think I want to just get the coppers out of the way. Like, we go down 2 cards, then we go up another 3. It seems. I mean, we could take another, or we could use innkeeper as like sifting, and if we're not planning on windfalling again, then it's fine. So I think I'm gonna go. I just go windfall province. Maybe so. If we have to swap one of the bishops out, we can do that too. Okay, well, this is not a great hand. We can't react trash, which sucks. And swap into Carpenter as well. Take to do gold into Province. Consider bishoping provinces, I guess, once we get rid of coppers, maybe? I don't know. I'm really sad I don't have coppers in my starting hand here because, like, being able to trash coppers and then guide the hand away is really good. But this hand is not good. jakkdl had 1 copper. And they didn't discard. Interesting. So yeah, in theory, jakkdl should be ahead here, like, in terms of overall deck quality, just from having the extra barges and towns. It's neutral in terms of action, or like terminal space, but they have more draw. They can have more stop cards. I don't know how big of a deal that actually turns out to be. Guess we'll see. I was first player too. How did I get so far behind on gaining towns and barges? It's quite confusing. jakkdl planning to play Carpenter here? Because otherwise I don't know why you would swap Underling over Carpenter. I guess they have another swap now, so they can swap the Carpenter, but, you know. This other thing I could do, have the swap in hand. I could swap a bishop into an innkeeper. Oh! Oh, but they're just going to play Carpenter to gain that town. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So it's... Does it make sense? I mean, wouldn't it be better to just swap the Carpenter directly? I would think. Oh, like... Just having the Carpenter not in your deck seems better. I didn't notice that either. Excellent. Get wrecked. Oh no. Yeah, I would have totally missed that too. But not really. Come on. Really? You're gonna make me do this? That's not a... That's not right. You drew a card. Hate it when people ask me for shit like this. Ugh. Like, I don't want to be a jerk, but... Fuck. just swap your frickin' carpenter, man. Like, you can get it back. You have swaps. That's, yeah, I really dislike that. I mean, they're not wrong that there wasn't really any meaningful information gained, but it's just one of those things where, like, you know, you didn't notice immediately, you played on, like, I mean, you still could have trashed the carpenter or the silver into the bishop. I don't know. I feel like it's, well, yeah, it's like, you're just also just doing overly fancy stuff with that, where you would have been better off. You could have just, like, swapped the carpenter into the bishop. Like, I mean, I guess if you didn't want the silver anymore, but... What the heck? Crap! I really don't want to be discarding 2 of my barges. Oh, man. I think I have to... What are the odds that I fail to find a town in the top 4 cards? You don't have any towns in those cards. I have 4 towns total. The odds that I fail to find one are like 10 and 14 times 9 and 13, you know, blah blah blah. I don't know what that is. Ugh. We've got the innkeeper down there that we can use to cycle, I guess. Oh no. Oh no. 2 towns. Yeah, alright, you know what? Keep this. Alright, we're not planning to swap this underling, right? So, oh, well, we can play the... That's the 3rd barge. So... We warehouse... We know we have 2 swaps. We warehouse, we do have to discard 2 of the 3 coppers that we want to bishop, though. I guess we play swap first. Crap. Old map is down there. We can top deck a copper. That's not a bad thing. There's a 2/3 chance that we'd be able to do that. Alternatively, we could swap the innkeeper into an old map. I should have thought of that before. Maybe old map is actually just better right now. Yeah, I would love to top deck a copper. How do we make that happen? We play the innkeeper as warehouse. We discard copper province. We play the old map, and we hope that we didn't, that we bottom, like, there's a 2/3 chance we bottom deck a copper. We don't. We'll have the 2 coppers in hand. Yeah. Okay. I think that's bet. We swap into old map. We see 2 cards. We discard 1. We see 2 cards. We discard 1. We can't top deck Copper, but we also can't top deck Province. I think I'm going to keep the Innkeeper. Excellent. Oh, wait. Oh, no. Yeah, this works. Yeah, this works. Great. Okay. Okay, so we can double Province, and our deck is steady state in terms of number of cards. That seems reasonable. And then payload-wise, how... We had 20 coins this turn. Part of that is coming from bishoping, so we really only had like 18 coins. We don't need to threaten quad, obviously, but threatening triple would be good. Here's a problem. What happens if jakkdl like carpenters a bunch of golds? I didn't even think about that. I probably have just lost the game. Well, that I don't think there's too much I can do about. I could take a silver, 18, 20 money, bishop for 2 more, and then if I could somehow play a town, that would get me to 24. More likely, I would just swap into Carpenter. I think we just take an Innkeeper. But yeah, I'm now realizing maybe I should have... Okay then. Maybe I should have only taken 1 province. Because Carpenter 2 golds and buy 2 provinces is not out of the question, I think, for jakkdl. I mean, they have 6 golds like I do. 4 gold gets them to 12. They have a silver. Yeah, I think they have exactly enough money. It's possible that that the draw sequencing won't work out for them to do that. Because they do need to be able to swap into the carpenters, but yeah, I think I'm just going to lose. I mean, this is the advantage of having the extra towns and barges, which I'm still confused about how I ended up in the situation where I fell so far behind on those, but the fact that I did is a thing. They could also play 1 town for payload, potentially. I don't think they're going to have trouble doing it if they spot it, and I'd be surprised if they didn't spot it. I feel dumb for not thinking about that myself. I don't think I could have done too much about it. I could have taken a couple of duchies instead of a province. If I take 2 duchies, I have the same score. I'm up by 2 provinces, and then they take 4 provinces. They're up by 2 provinces. There's 1 province left, and then I take province double duchy to win. Yeah, that would have been viable, and then they would have had to consider whether they wanted to... Yeah, so that's what I should have done, is take province double duchy, which I certainly could have done. I should have asked for an undo on the 2nd province buy, but yeah. Because it's not like I hadn't already thought about that by the time I bought the Innkeeper, but I didn't. Didn't think about the counterplay. I was just like, oh, it's too late. Difference in undo philosophies for you right there. It wasn't really too late, of course. Oh, yeah, well, 3 carpenters. Alright. I'm that was annoying. All right. Back to market towns. Sewers, but nothing to trash with. The classic. There's still a fair amount of draw on this board. Like Royal Galley, Emissary, although villages are a little hard to come by. Merchant Camp. Yeah, actually, maybe not. Yeah, I think we're going to take a mill. I mean, I guess market towns be your village. Do we want a silver? I mean, overall, no, but we do want to hit 5. A lot. And silver's going to do a better job of that than anything else I can open with. I mean, Sycophant would do fine with it, but it's not a card that I want in the deck, really. We're going to plan to get our favors from Guildmaster and Emissary and Underling. There's a lot of options there. But Underling doesn't make sense right now. Yeah, okay, I guess it's silver. All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and take a Royal Galley. It's not much worse than mill if it doesn't collide with anything. Maybe it should be another mill. Royal Galley is the other village effect in addition to Merchant Camp and Market Towns. We are very likely to hit 5 next turn. All we have to do is see our mill or bottom deck an estate. And I guess if we don't hit 5, we could hit 3 in theory, in which case I'd probably take an Underling. I'm going to go ahead and take the Galley. It's close, but I think I'll go ahead and take an Emissary here. I'm going to draw cards. I see. I don't agree with swap first. Because it's just not likely enough to collide with anything. I think I'm going to take another Emissary here, and then I will think about swap. This is awkward. We bottom decked the Galley. I don't really want to trigger a shuffle, so I guess I'm going to discard it, and yeah, I'll take a swap, because I might want to swap the mill. I might even want to swap the Galley, really. I do want to get an Underling. there's no plus buy here, is there? I totally glossed over that. Okay, that's important to note. Oh, wow, that was actually a really good draw. Okay, I think we're gonna take another emissary. Just want to get those draw cards going. It's actually crazy that I haven't had Terminal Collision yet. We do have more emissaries down here. I think I'm going to start with the swap, even though I'm not going to get to swap into anything. I could swap the galley into an underling. Maybe that would actually be better at this point. It's just really annoying that we don't have plus buy. It's really hard to like do anything here. We play the swap first, we're guaranteed to be able to galley the emissary, and it'll give us actions and favors. So I guess we're actually not going to swap. Like, should I just take province? We're guaranteed to activate again next turn, are we not? Like, we have 7 cards. Oh no, we're gonna draw that. Never mind. But we have the mill. Yeah, I'm gonna take province. Feels weird. Oh, but you know what? The first emissary is gonna activate. That's right. I was thinking about the emissaries down here, but no, the first emissary will activate, so we get more stuff. I guess that silver is looking pretty good now, since we need that to be able to hit province. I mean, or the mill, I guess, would also work. Yeah, weird board where we like can't do very much stuff. We do have the swap, so like we have some flexibility. Don't think we want to swap here. We do want to draw cards. Right? We have copper, silver. What's the other card that's down there? Province. Now we've got 5 favors. Oh god. Okay. This is underling, I think. That'll help us keep doing stuff. We're also going to want to look out for opportunities to swap into mill in the late game to get points. Underling will certainly be a candidate for that, as will, I mean, all the other actions really, but... So yeah, if they can province here, then we basically lose like all of our scoring tempo advantage here. Well, not all of it, I guess, because we're second player, but a lot of it. We're going to have to market town it up this turn. mean, I guess conceivably we end up gallying the swap, and then that give us another action and all that, but we haven't seen our mill. We haven't seen our other emissary. So, like, we're guaranteed to be able to play something. This is awkward. We're gonna have... we gain net 1 favor if we play this emissary, but we have to discard into the shuffle that we're about to trigger. We have 6 cards in our discard. We discard 2, we have 8 cards. We play this, we have 5 cards, and then we do activate the emissary at the start of next turn. Okay, I think that's worth it. Yeah. Now we get the plus action and the favors. So I think yeah, that was fine. I mean, if we don't find the mill, it's still going to be a problem potentially, but hopefully we will find either emissary or mill or whatever. Not just draw like 4 coppers. Well, that is nearly exactly what we did, but not quite. All right, this would be a good time to take a mill. It would be a good time. We have another emissary down there. We have another mill. I mean, we can go mill duchy. Damn it. It is possible that we draw silver or emissary and we still hit province here. Oh. Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good at all. We do have another emissary down here. It's possible that we can hit duchy at least. Oh, but this could go very badly. Should have thought about that. Should have thought about that. Probably should have taken a duchy. Ay. I mean, jakkdl's deck isn't really much better than mine. It's got a gold in it. That's like the big difference. I almost regret that I drew the silver now. If I'd drawn a green card instead of the silver, and I bought a duchy, and then this turn I'd be guaranteed another duchy, that would probably be better. Yeah, that decision to go ahead and take the province could end up costing me the game quite easily. I mean, Let's see what jakkdl does here. Presumably by duchy. I guess the question is about the swap. Do they have anything they can swap into mill? Yeah, okay. So having to swap the galley, though, is pretty painful. So, I mean, having to swap an emissary was worse. But I mean, in terms of setting up their next turn. Yeah, okay, we're boned. We're boned. Probably. We're probably boned. We're boned. Damn it! I don't know. Should I have played that differently? Not sure. The gold came through in the end. I mean, the game that really hurts is game 1, where I just had there was absolutely nothing I could do. That one. I mean, if I find an emissary, there was only a 1/3 chance though. But the chances that I had it in that opening hand, right? So like at the point at which I took the province, the chances that I had the emissary, that I saw the emissary, were something like, it was like a 5 and 8 chance that it would be in my opening hand, plus a 1 in, like a 3 and 8 times 1 in 3. So 3 and 8 and 3, so 1/8 or plus 5/8 chance plus of it being the opening hand, 1/8 chance. So I guess it's just 6 and 8, which makes sense. It needed to be in the top 6 cards ish. I mean, the mill's not guaranteed to be there, but no, wait, no, it's more complicated than that because the mill might be bottom deck too. Yeah. Okay, it's like it's more than 5 and 8, less than 6 and 8 chance that I have the emissary. And if I have the emissary in hand, I probably am fine. I guess it's not a given. Like, I get to trigger a shuffle. If I get to play the emissary first, I get to play that and then play the mill and discard. And even then, I guess it's not that likely that, like, because I had 4 coins total. I would have presumably had like a 5th. Like I had another copper down there. So I would have had 5. I would have at least been able to take a duchy, right? If I had seen the emissary. That's basically the situation. I would have at least been able to take a duchy. And that was like the goal, right? Was to be able to take duchy. So really the choice, the odds that I failed to hit duchy were not actually that high now, or like were even lower than, because if I had, you know, like if I bottom decked copper emissary, probably, because I played 4 or 5 coppers the turn. I guess I had played 4 coppers the turn before, and I had 1 copper in hand. That's right. So I bottom decked copper emissary, which was actually the only way I could have failed to hit duchy, probably. So maybe, or bottom decking, you know, I guess mill emissary copper would have also done it. But I think, yeah, so I think overall the odds of me hitting duchy that subsequent turn were very high. And so I'm willing to say that was a risk like a reasonable risk to take. Whether it was worth taking is another question, right? Because I could have just played the emissary that I had in my hand instead of swapping it. I could have bought Duchy and, you know, like tried to find the galley. Or no, did I have the? No, I had the galley in play. Well, if I'd played that emissary, I would have obviously drawn a bunch of garbage that I would have gotten out of the way, and my next hand would have been better, and it would have still at least been conceivable to get back around to the swap. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I don't think it's clear that I did the wrong thing there. Whether I should have played the earlier parts of the game differently, that's not so clear. I could see the argument that galley was just not correct, and I should have just taken a mill. I mean, the galley did help me get favors, so that was good. Because like setting up the emissary for next turn makes it much more likely that it actually activates. Yeah, I don't know. So I think game three, I probably would have been able to win if I had taken like one more 4 cost somewhere along the way instead of a 5 cost. You know, maybe the skirmisher was bad, although, I mean, I did manage to attack with it a couple times, so I don't know. The game 4, I'm still not sure how I got so far behind on the draw. I think if I had taken the double duchy instead of, or province double duchy instead of double province, I would have at least had a shot, but I mean, I was definitely behind in, you know, deck quality, so there was probably only so much I could do there, really. So long as jakkdl played well, probably I just lose, especially with the desert guides preventing duds. Desert guides and duration barges. Let's see. And in this game, I don't know. After I provinced, I hit province every turn except for the turn I bought underling, and that last turn I bought another mill. If I buy gold, say, instead of the first province, do I win at that point? Like, does that save the turn where I bought the underling? I doubt it. You know, what if I buy another emissary? I don't know. It seems... I mean, I was player 2. It seems like there wasn't a whole lot of opportunity to improve the approach there. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think... I mean, I will... Obviously, on the last game, on that last turn where I bought the province, or second to last turn, I did not think through all of the implications of, like, you know, what would the rest of my deck look like and how likely I was to get duchy until after the fact. So I can't claim, like, oh, well, it was the right call because I thought this stuff through. Like, but in terms of if I had thought it through, I'm not sure that I should have done anything differently. So, like, I don't come away from this match feeling like, you know, oh, you know, if I had done this, this, and this differently, I would have won the match. I think, like, the game 4 is the one that seems like the most likely that I could have. I guess games 3 and 4. It's not clear that game 3, like, if like when I take another 4 cost and what that does, like if I'm declining a livery, like what that does to the quality of my turns going forward and things like that. And then, yeah, game 4, I don't know. I still don't believe in not taking swap until like the end of the game. It doesn't make sense to me that that's better. like when you're gaining all these cheap cards with Carpenter. And I don't know how I fell so far behind on the towns either. Maybe it was just because I didn't have a barge in my deck as early, and so I didn't draw as much, but I don't know. I guess, did I take Swamp before barge? That might, if I did, that might have been a mistake. I thought, like it might have been that what I did failed to account for was like there was no thinning, so even though I was gaining a bunch of cheap cards, like lining them up with the swap and then like swapping into a barge, lining that up with town wasn't going to be trivial. Like maybe what I needed to do was take like a couple barges first at least. Yeah, I could believe that. So I could believe that that game was the one that was like I needed to take a different approach, but other than that, I don't know. It didn't feel like there was too much I could have done. Like definitely not in game 1, and in game 5, yeah, not really. So it's just hard to, win against a good player when you have certainly game 1, if nothing else, like you have an entire game that is just a punt. Like, yeah, you just don't, there's nothing you can do. So it's unfortunate to end my run in this tournament that way, but that happens. So that'll do it for me for this tournament. Obviously, Ollie will have some more league stuff coming up. I've got a match scheduled for next weekend. Maybe I'll have another one before then. Either way, thanks for watching, and until next time.